Three things I have learned from the Almanac of Naval Ravikant that have changed my life. Let's go through them. Number one. Number one is about priority. What's written here is that to say, I don't have time is just another way of saying it is not my priority. What you really have to do is to say whether it is a priority or not. If something is a priority, you will get it done. That's just how life works. And if you have a basket full of priorities, you're never going to get anything done. Now, how have I applied this in my life? Many years ago, I read another book called Essentialism by Greg McQueen. And in that book, it was written that the word priority, when it came into the English language, it was only singular. There is no such thing as a priorities. Because when you make something priorities, it's not a priority anymore. I then heard a line that Mark Zuckerberg's sister, had said that you can really only have three things that you can focus in life, which is health, family, and work. Anything more than that falls out of your basket. Now, how do I take all of this and then make sense of it? In my life, I also have three non-negotiables on every single day. One is growth at work. Two is health, my own health. Family, happiness that comes from it. So health, work, and family are the three things that I focus on. And it's not like every day I have an equal amount of time that I give to each one of them. It's just that on average, they all work out. So I may not get a chance to work out every single day of the week, but as long as I work out 4 to 5 times a week, I'm good with it. I may not get any time with my family on one day, but if I get a whole weekend with them, then I'm happy about this. But on an average, they all work out. So my priorities, yes, it's not a priority, it is priorities, but are within three things, but not equal on each day. So balance does not look like this, like you can hold everything at one time. Balance, in fact, is a wave that sometimes you're able to do this more, sometimes you're able to do that more. As long as those three things are met, you are good. So think about the three things that you want to be revolving in, and it's not about ticking all three boxes every day, but over a week, if they average out and you've spent most of the time there, you're good. The next thing that I learned from this book was the short-term pain for the long-term gains. It says, as you know, most of the pains in life come from suffering in the short term, so you can get paid in the long term. Working out for me is not fun. I suffer in the short term, I feel pain, but then in the long term, I'm better off because I have muscles and I'm healthier. If I'm reading a book and I'm getting confused, it is just like working out, the muscle getting sore and tired, except now my brain is being overwhelmed. In the long run, I'm getting smarter because I'm absorbing new concepts from working at the limit or edge of my capability. So generally, you want to lean into things with short-term pain and long-term gains. So you want to look at what are the short-term pain that leads into long-term gain. For me, content creation is that. It is painful. So I have to read a lot, I have to connect dots, make sense, but I know that my knowledge is growing every single day, and I will somehow, somewhere use this knowledge that creates that competitive edge for me. Even if I don't get the likes and the subscription and comments, it doesn't matter, because I get this knowledge that I apply in my work and which makes me stand out and someone who's really knowledgeable in the space that I work in. So you want to really have at least 3 habits that are all about short-term pain, long-term gain. This whole thing about just enjoy what you're doing doesn't work like that. Most long-term gains come from short-term pain. So what are your short-term pains that are going to lead to the long-term gains? Please write that. Okay, finally, my favorite one. No one is going to beat you at being you. You're never going to be as good at being me as I am. I'm never going to be as good at being you as you are. Certainly listen and absorb, but don't try to emulate. It's a fool's errand. Instead, each person is uniquely qualified at something. They have some specific knowledge, some capability that nobody else has. Now, I love many things. I love running, I love exercising, I love cooking, I love decoration, I love making my house beautiful, I love reading, but I'm never going to be as good at some of the world's best people in those fields. Am I going to be a world-class runner? Never. Am I going to be an interior decorator? Never. I'm going to be a master chef? Never. So I have to think, what is it in me that I have the capacity and the capability to be the best in my space? For me, that was in communications, to be a storyteller in an organizational setting. So I doubled down on that. And I realized, what is it about me that is unique, that is so good? Like a lot of people would sometimes say to me, oh, you're so expressive. When you speak, your hands move, your eyes move. I just want to be me. That is who I am. And I deliver the best in that particular way. So when you realize that you are uniquely gifted in a certain space, you want to leverage that. You want to really get good at that, because no one else can be like you. And if no one else can be like you, you'll never have competition in that field. I have run my business for the last 11 years. There is no other business in this market that does exactly what I do, because it requires a combination of things that I'm uniquely good at. And I'm not trying to emulate anyone. I'm just trying to do the thing that I am really gifted and good at. So be you. Let's revise very quickly. Number one, priority, right? There cannot be many priorities. Limit your priority. Number two, you have to have some short-term pains that will give you the long-term gains. And finally, the best thing is to be you, because no one else can be you. Stay storied, and I hope that helps you create habits that will define your life.